A pale moon, the same colour as the pale flesh of the beasts that stalked the crevices of Yharnam, cast a gloomy glow on the forlorn city. On the edge of one of the Gothic buildings stood a scholar of Mensis, gazing at the hunter mob below. Head in a locked cage, the scholar was feverishly contemplating methods to force humanity up to the same level as the Great Ones. Leaning forward, hands on the balustrade, the scholar noticed a shadow moving toward the mob. Down below, a roar suddenly broke the stale silence as a scourged beast appeared at the end of the alleyway. Alarmed, the mob, which had been ambling along, raised their fire torches as they squinted to get a better look. "Ah, beast! Oh, foul beast!" one cried out. The monster pounced at the nearest mob, tearing him to shreds. The rest lost their nerve and ran, knowing that they could not fight and win. The beast was fast. It tore through the mob, and although some fought back with their old, chipped swords and underpiled pistols, they were eviscerated. "Away! Away!" The last cornered mob waved its torch in front of him, trying to ward off the scourged beast, but he too was a lost cause. The street was red with blood. The beast, undeterred by the shallow wounds it had received, stalked down the alley to find more prey. It too would meet its end at some other mindless abomination soon enough. Carrying crows which had been circling above as they waited for the inevitable corpses that followed the beast, flew down to pick apart the remaining corpses. Up above, hands gripping the edge of the balustrade, the unblinking Mensis scholar stood still, taking in the happenings below. You watch with eyes enraptured at the blood spilling down the street. "Ah, I see. The blood is the source of it all, and I must collect some vials," you say, letting go of the balustrade, colour returning to your bone-white hands. Turning around to head down the ladder, you descend and are careful to be silent, as any noise might draw another mob and the beasts. The cage on your head slows you down as you arrive and bend down to get a closer look at the blood. "Oh, very good, very good. This is fine blood indeed." You shout in excitement, forgetting where you are for the slightest moment. "Who?" Startled, you turn around to see a gurgling horror staring at you with rabbit flesh and a withered hand gripping a long, jagged blade. You shout in alarm, but you slip on the slick blood which you had so lovingly treasured a moment before. The horror opens its sagging, sallow mouth and lunges at you, howling in mindless malice as it slashes its blade towards your stomach, intent on ripping out your guts and feasting on your still beating heart. You scramble back and narrowly avoid death, but it rushes at you, flailing its arms as it savagely hacks at you. You hastily gather all your arcane and launch a tentacle, an auger of Vibritus. It smacks the nameless horror, knocking it over, and you turn and run. Barreling through a half-open door of an abandoned house, you see the beast get up and charge towards you, and you slam the door shut, locking the door. The noise you had made had drawn the other terrors of Yharnam. They swarm, and you can hear them, their insistent clawing, thumping on the wooden door. Their smell still makes it through the cracks, a rotting stench as you throw up, vomit sticking to your cage. But the creatures had long lost their minds and soon forget why they were so agitated. Now they wander outside just a few meters away. You remain stuck in the sort of way that needs rescuing. "Oh, I need a hunter to rescue me. When is the hunt on again?" In the cold dark of the god-forsaken Yharnam, you feel your sanity slowly slipping away, rationality and reason breaking into pieces as you wait and you think about cause, and you think about leaving this dingy room, and you think about waking up now.